much is the friction when this 0.7 kilogram box is accelerated by the total force of 3 newtons. So the total force is 3 newtons. When the applied force is 10 newtons and the normal force is 1 newton. So let's write what we have. The friction is asked for. They're asking for F of F, which is friction. They have given us the mass, which is 0.7. And the total force, the F total is actually, let me first write the G, because even though I know what is, but I write it down anyways. G equals 10 meter per second square. And F total is 3 newtons. And this F is actually, this applied F is 10 newtons. And the normal force is 1 newtons. So I have this information. I want to show it in diagram too, actually. Of course, the first thing I do is to divide the F to its components, because those are the ones that I can deal with. I cannot deal with the tilted F. I divide this to its components. This is the Fx. And this is the y-axis, and I draw perpendicular the yx, and this is the Fy. Okay, now the mg, actually the normal force which is applied by the F is also here. I draw that. This is the normal force, which is 1 newton, and is 1. And mg must definitely be, because this is not breaking to go down. This is actually in the vertical, in the vertical dimension there is 0 acceleration. In the vertical dimension there is really total Fy. Actually, I know that the total Fy in this direction, I should write. I don't need to write it, but I know that is 0. So therefore, the mg must equal the addition of these two. So mg must be the addition of these two, and I know how much is mg. I can find the mg in here. mg equals 7 newtons. So mg is 7 newtons, and I know it is here. And I have a friction that I'm looking for. Let's show friction with red color. And the friction is less than this Fx, because there is an acceleration in this. There is a total force in the x dimension. There is no total force in y dimension, but there is a total force in x dimension, and in the horizontal dimension there is a real total force. Therefore, this F is smaller. So F of friction is smaller than Fx. Is what I am looking for, and is smaller than, let's write it nicer. F of friction, the friction is actually smaller than Fx. This is why we have a total force. And if I draw my final result actually in here, this would be the result. total force, which is actually F total is 3, because, so this is the remaining. What is remain for me in the end is actually this. And these cancel each other. This one, actually, I just remind you again that when I divide F to its components, of course, the F is gone now. There doesn't exist them, because the components are doing the action that F would do. So they are replaced. The F is replaced by them. And now, the only things I have are these vertical and horizontal forces, and the vertical ones cancel each other, they completely cancel each other, and the Fx minus Ff will give me this 3. I know that the Fx minus Ff will give me 3 newtons. So only if I have the Fx, I can find the F of friction. So let's find everything. I know this is 10. So let's find this one that I have. I know that mg must equal n plus fy, because they are supposed to cancel each other, right? So I have the n, I have the mg, which is 7. So fy, I can find fy now. Fy is 7 minus 1. Fy equals 6 newtons. So I found the Fy. Since I found the Fy, this is 6. Therefore, since this is 6, now this is 6. So this is also 6, right? This is equal to this, right? So this is 6. This I know is 10. I can find the Fx now. Using the Pythagorean theorem, I can find. I know that F square equals Fx square plus Fy square. So 10 square equals Fx square plus Fy, which is 6 square. So Fx square equals, I write in here actually. I write it here. 10 square minus 6 square equals Fx square. So 100 minus, look at my zeros, oh my god. 100 minus 36 equals Fx square, and this would be 64 equals Fx square root I put, so the Fx would be 8 newtons. I have the Fx now. Since the Fx is Newton, and I mean this 8 newtons, and I know this one, this formula, of course Fx minus Ff equals 3 newtons, and from here I can see. So 8 minus Fx equals 3. Ff, sorry, 8 minus Ff equals 3. So the Ff goes to the other side, becomes positive. 8 minus 3. 3 goes to the other side, becomes negative. So Ff equals 5 newtons. That's the answer.